how can young people be supported to exit homelessness permanently?
What we really need in Canada is the expansion of housing that is dedicated to young people who are at risk of homelessness or who are experiencing homelessness. So that housing needs to be designed by and for youth. It needs to actually reflect the level of income that they might have access to. So one of the things that we do in Canada, for example, is we have housing programs where developers are given a loan or a grant or money from the government on the agreement that they build some affordable housing. Um, what we don't do is ensure that what we mean by affordable actually matches what people who are extremely low income or experiencing homelessness are able to pay. So we really need to build housing or create it either through renovations or, changing office spaces into housing, whatever it looks like. We really need to create housing that matches young people's income and also ensure that when we're making agreements, for example, with developers or housing providers, that not only is that housing affordable, but it's also targeted for young people and addresses their unique needs and the way they want to live. And that we also ensure that kind of the wraparound supports and services that young folks need are there. So that can look, in the work I've done on youth homelessness, so many young people say, I don't know how to budget. No one, no one ever taught me very many cooking skills. I'm not sure how to write a check. I don't know what my rights are as a tenant. All of that kind of information and supports needs to be in place when a young person transitions off the streets. They have all of the kind of knowledge and information that other young people have had the benefit of having. So this is a key piece. We've also seen that many young people experience illegal evictions. So pressure from landlords to get out of their unit for whatever reason, pressuring young people to sign leases that are illegal, harassment from landlords or other folks in the building, forced evictions where landlords go in and just remove young people's property. All of those are violations of a young person's right to housing. And so when we think about, making sure that young people remain housed, we need to be ensuring there's a legal infrastructure to support young people in these moments and kind of throughout their tenure. And that includes ensuring they have access to information about their rights, their tenant rights, and access to legal representation in situations where they are being pressured or exploited by a landlord. What we also know is young people, there's been a whole range of studies looking at young people's relationships to their families and other kinds of natural supports in their lives after they become homeless. And overwhelmingly, young people do want to either reconnect with some family members or build out those relationships they do have further. And so developing programs that enable young people to do that in a way that's supported, in a way that's safe, if that's what they desire, has tremendous potential for ensuring that if a young person later on, say they're housed and they face new challenges, that family or natural support system is in place so that they have the kind of infrastructure around them to help them get through any kind of challenges that they face in the future. But, across all of this, we really can't, permanently ensure young people are able to exit homelessness unless we address some of the structural causes of homelessness. So lack of adequate housing, inadequate social supports, all of those kind of key drivers at a societal level that create the conditions for youth homelessness in Canada.